This is a step-by-step demo on how customers are using Smartlead to boost their company's revenue to whole new metrics and completely changing the projection of their business growth. And this is how you can do the same too. Now, what you're looking at is a dashboard of all the email accounts that I've got in one of my demo accounts over here. And I'll show you how you can do the same and how you can optimally set up to best achieve success with us. So based upon where you are, you might have absolutely nothing, no email accounts added. You'll have a center prompt to add an email account. You can do that from there, or I'm going to go ahead and click on one over here. So I'll click on add accounts and you're given 4 options. With Gmail, you have OAuth and 2-factor authentication. Now, our general suggestion is to go with OAuth if you have the option to do that with the admin accounts. All the instructions are given to you over there. We won't waste time over here. Or you can do a 2-factor authentication as well. You've got SMTP and Outlook, which is OAuth for Outlook, and Zoho, you've got normal SMTP approach as well. Now, the cool part is if you are a scale-based business, because we are built fundamentally for scale and a lot of agencies use us, you can simply click on the click here button over here. You'll see a sample CSV that shows you all the fields that you'll need with the variables that you need to put in based upon your Outlook provider or SMTP or Zoho provider. All these variables need to dump in, and you can also select a bunch of really cool things with respect to your warm-up, total warm-up emails you want to send, and so on and so forth. And that can be added to that CSV and simply upload it over here. You can add almost 100 accounts in a matter of a few seconds. Cool. Now I'll break this part over here. Let's go into actually what it looks like when you've added an email account. So I'm going to pick one of these old email accounts that I have over here. Let's just take this one, for example. And what you can see is a nice dashboard that shows you the total number of warm-up emails sent, the total number of warm-up emails received, and it even shows you the reply rate that I have for each single day. And you can see it's random over here. That randomization helps with humanizing the pattern for sending out emails. Now, we also have a save from spam. The cool part about our platform is when an email lands in spam in the warm-up metric inbox or that pool that we have, we actually manually pull it out from there, do some TLC, ensure that we optimize some of the IP addresses that your mailbox belongs to ensure that its reputation is back up again to where we want it to be for the best delivery possible. Now, once you've added an account, you'll be thrown to this page over here where you have a bunch of really cool and important metrics to work with. So let's go through that very quickly. Messages per day will let you go ahead and decide the total number of messages you can actually send out per day, and you want to limit this to 40 or 50. That really helps ensure that your email account stays for a long time, it's taken care of, it's healthy and reputable. Minimum time gap is a very cool factor, a metric that you can use if you're using this mailbox across multiple campaigns, which might be the case. You don't want to have these two campaigns overlap when this mailbox is being used. So this over here, by setting it to 5 minutes or 2 minutes or 4 minutes, keeps a safety metric or buffer to ensure that there's never a sudden overlap in emails being sent that might trigger automation messages and so on and so forth. You can drop in your signature right over here. You can add an image and do whatever you want. You've got a powerful text editor. You can also BCC in case you want to push messages to the CRM and do custom domain tracking, all of which is explained. Everything over here is optimally built to boost your emails into the leads master or the leads primary inbox. Now let's go to the warm-up section, because that's the important part over here. In the warm-up section, you have really cool factors that can help you again optimize your emails landing in your leads inbox. The total number of warm-up emails per day decides obviously number of emails that can be sent. Ramp up is important because you don't want to start sending warm-ups with 40 emails straight from the get-go. You want to start with a certain ramp up, and then once the ramp up is done, it randomizes these emails. The randomization is important because then it again brings that human element. No one's sending 40 emails every single day, so that randomization piece again helps the human aspect to it. The reply rate can be dynamic. You can change it to whatever number you want based upon the email volume that you're sending out. And some 2 cool factors that we have over here that makes our warm-up network extremely unique is we've got a custom identified tag manager. What that means is these two words over here are magically injected into all the warm-up emails that you receive, and what that does is in that body you can use these 2 words over here to filter out so that your warm-up emails are not cluttering your main inbox. But also the uniqueness is because this is specific just to your mailbox. That means these 2 words over here are just specific to this mailbox, and every other mailbox has its own unique 2 set of keywords. That makes it very difficult for email service providers like Gmail, Outlook, Zoho to pick up that this is actually a warm-up message. So that naturally boosts your reputation. Now, one more cool thing we've added is auto adjusting, because guess what, when you're sending 40 messages per day, you don't want to also send 40 emails per day. So we let you the option to automatically adjust the ratios. We have some magic AI algorithm in the back end that if you click this as an option and you start a campaign, we will automatically adjust the warm up ratio for you. So it's best optimized to counteract any reduction in your open rates that our campaigns are automatically picking up for this particular mailbox. And we automatically adjust the reply rates, the total number of warm-ups sent, to make sure that any reduction or any low values that we're seeing are counteracted with an improved warm-up ratio. So best, again, boost back your deliverability and get you back in your leads main primary inbox. Now, some other housekeeping things you can do is you can easily tag these mailboxes based upon a client, because guess what, we are fully white label solution that you can create with your own branding and domain. And additionally, you can add tags to help you with filtering. Maybe you're using certain mailboxes for outbound, you're using certain mailboxes for certain customers or certain maybe APAC, EMEA, and so on and so forth, or you're just warming email accounts up. That's what I'm doing. Or sometimes if something's landed in spam, you want to make sure you're taking some TLC care for it. So you can do that, and you can change these tags as much as you like. All of it's set there. Great. So now that we've actually gone through how powerful our email management software is, let's go into actually creating a campaign and how you can best set yourself up for success. All right, so this is obviously a demo account over here. You can look at a bunch of campaigns that exist on our side. So this gives you an overall view of the total emails sent, how many emails have been applied, your click rate, your reply rate, and obviously how many people have actually been interested in the messages that have been sent out. And you also get to see some cool metrics, such as total leads that have yet to be reached out, and a bunch of other metrics that make it important for you to understand your campaign's overall growth or your progress. Now let's go ahead and click on Add Campaign over here, because that's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and drag and drop a CSV that we've created. And right before we kick off, we have a nice little settings section that shows you some paramount flexibility options you have here, where you can actually override your block list, override your unsubscribe list, and even if they exist in other campaigns, for example, you might want to import or dot import them, so you can have that flexibility straight away over here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to map the fields that I have in the CSV to just be variables that I have over here. And also, if I've got some first line variables, I'm going to go ahead and use that as a custom field, and you can add as many custom fields as you like. You might see this thing over here saying client ID. This is again very important if you use us as a white label product for your agency. You can simply select this as a client. So if you have a client that is using our platform and that you've given to them, you can simply allocate this campaign to the client. Then the client can then log in and look at this campaign. It makes it extremely cohesive for your customers to use one single platform that is completely branded to your domain, to your logo, to your branding, to then boost your overall brand personality and brand consistency. So let's go ahead and do this over here, and I'm just ignoring website, and I'm just going to go save it next. Now once that's done, we'll import the leads, and you get a nice little breakdown of total duplicates, existing blocked, and so on and so forth. That helps you understand what your lead cycle or your lead cleanliness is looking like. Right, so now that we're over here, we're just going to go ahead and click some basic follow-ups, and I'll explain that to you very quickly. What I'm going to do is just to say, hey, first name. By simply typing the two curly brackets, you get to see a drop-down of variables that you have been mapped in the previous field. Now, what I'm going to do is use our powerful Spintax manager, say, hey, hi, and then hello, and do first name like that. And let's work together. Looking forward to it. Obviously, this is not good copies, but we're doing this for the demo. What this does over here is increases the variability of your copy and ensures that there's more randomization in the way it's sent out. Remember, we want to make sure our copy is different. Unique emails have the best chance of landing in your leads inbox. And this is one step, an additional step that you get with us, the power to go ahead and bring in more randomization that improves the chances of you landing in your leads inbox. Now we've gone ahead and done that over here, and this first name variable will go ahead and be injected with whatever your leads variable is. And you can do a bunch of other cool things, such as changing the font name, color, so on and so forth. Additionally, you go ahead and even go with the full code view as well if you want to do something very specific to the code approach. Add an image, insert a link, and whatever you'd like. You can also use our email templates. So we've got a few over here, and we have a lot more being added on based upon when you watch this video. You can update this template to be whatever you want it to be, and then that will show up as an option for you. That is your own custom template that you can use later down the road, wherever you want. So you've got that full flexibility to build your template portfolio right within our own platform over here and save that and store it. Great. Now, guess what? Sometimes you might want to use your signature and dynamically inject it somewhere within the body, so that you might have some section like the PS section where you want to put in your custom first line, right? And you can do that by simply typing in percentage signature. That will then inject the signature of the email account that is going to send this email. And signatures are allocated to individual email accounts. Just to show you, so let's say you click on this, let's just go with any email account over here and we click on edit, and you can simply go ahead and make sure that you have a signature that is associated just to this one email account, which then this little thingamabob over here is going to be nicely injected to wherever you want to put this thing. Cool. So that's an awesome win for us if we want to go ahead and do that, or just leave it and then it'll just be dumped straight at the bottom like you would expect it to be anyway too. Great. So now we've got this over here. We go to the second step. Before we do that, guess what? You can add over 26 different variants for doing your A/B testing on different parts of your copy, experimentation, or whatever you want it to be, which then lets you to analytically measure your email marketing growth and make sure that you've got the best copy that powers through your offer and gets your leads excited about what you're selling them. Now in the second follow-up over here, you have a really cool option where if you leave the subject line empty, it will be sent as a follow-up or a reply message in the same thread to the first email to maintain that consistent email thread. Now you can change that obviously by typing in something new saying hi there, and in which case it will be sent as a completely new email, but you can just easily leave it empty over there. You can change the number of days you want, you can change all that. That will also help you grow your overall follow-up sequence and ensure that your leads are interested and get back to you at your best optimal case. So I'm just going to say something where you're saying following up. Obviously don't use anything I have here. We have enough videos that walk you through actual copywriting techniques and strategies. Keen on working together. And you can maybe use a GIF or an image that excites the customer and breaks the pattern a bit over here as well, if you'd like. And you've got a whole bunch of cool options over here that let you do that as well, if you'd like. Sweet. So now we've done these few things over here. Let's go to the next section, which is effectively creating the sequence. And again, within this, we give you hyper flexibility to help you ensure that you have the best possible chance of impressing your leads. Now, before we do this, I did want to show you something that I've forgotten. When you go back over here, we have some really cool native features that will help you increase the overall dynamicity of your campaign, your copy, and so on and so forth, such as, let's just say, hello, hey, first name, and you want to say good morning, right? So you can do something like SL time of day, and that will actually, based upon your lead's schedule, wherever they're based, it will say good morning, good afternoon, good evening when the email is sent to them. Similarly, so you can even say the time, the day of the week, right? So you can do SL day of week, which will say something like, hey, good Friday, good Monday, good Tuesday, or happy Tuesday, whatever you want it to be. So it adds those extra layers of personalization that makes it look like you've sent this email just for them. You've handwritten it, right? So we'll just, I'm just going to say that, go back and say time of day. Additionally to this, you can do something called liquid syntax. I won't jump into this, but for those who are aware, that lets you do complex if-else conditionals, that lets you even break down further the power of variable copy based upon different variables that you have within your CSV. All of that can be found in the help section over here by just clicking on the chat support button. Now let's do this. Let's just go save and next. Let's select Sydney again. Now that we're over here, we've got a time period and some unique things for you to notice. So let's just say I drop this to be 8 minutes. 67 emails will be sent per day per sender account. But remember, we set it to be 50. So 50 will be adhered to even though you set it to 67. But the cool part is you can go and attach multiple email accounts. Let's say you attach 10 email accounts. Boom, we've just gone from 67 to 670 new emails that can be sent every single day. So you can imagine how quickly you can scale with Smartlead and reach out to more and more customers every day with us. The max number of new leads decides total new leads that you reach out to versus follow-up messages that are sent. So just keep that in mind. I usually just, make that as much as I want to be. But if you've got an agency billing model based upon new leads that you can reach out to, this is a great way for you to taper that. And the final step is over here just to review your copy. Over here you can say good morning, good afternoon. It's morning because it's 3:55 a.m. over here when I'm recording it, therefore it's going to say morning. But if I change that to ET or some other part of the world, that will change. All right, so I get to review my copy before I send it out, and I can also go ahead and make manual edits individually if I want to. Manual edit and save that, so that will be saved just for this particular individual over here. And that is a really cool thing that you can do to, again, hyper personalize emails. Obviously, you want to make sure you can check your copy and everything makes sense by clicking on send test email. But here's the magic moment. It says, hey, you need to actually select an email. No worries at all. Let's go to the magic moment, the money shot over here, which is pretty much all the email accounts that exist on our platform. You can simply just go ahead and say select, and that will select all the email accounts that you want to use. Obviously, you don't want to use all of them. That's up to you. I'm just going to go ahead and select 1, 2, and 3. And the magic of our solution is we will auto rotate, auto select, and split every one of these leads according to these email accounts with the restrictions and optimizations that you put for them. And of course, let's say you use Smartlead, smartleaduse.com to reach out to this person. Throughout the entire sequence within this campaign, they will obviously receive just emails from this. It's not going to auto rotate and send emails from different emails for each sequence. Absolutely not. For the entire sequence for this one individual lead, they will receive the email from the first email they received from. And then obviously in this case, they got 3 leads, 3 emails. It will equally split across. So vbov@gmail will go to this one, vibe@smartwriter will go to this one, vibe plus 521 will go to this one over here. And obviously if you have more leads, hundreds, thousands of leads, they will all be accordingly and evenly split across for yourself. Over here, this brings up that same feature that I mentioned, where if you turn this nice little nifty button over here, we'll take care of a bunch of headache for you. Because right now, let's say you've got 40 warm-up emails being sent out, and you've also sending out emails. Maybe there's 50 leads going out over here. You need to go back, adjust it, manage it for the length of the campaign, and then come back, turn it back on, and increase your warm-ups. None of that matters. Just turn this on. We will automatically adjust and manage everything intelligently and reactively for you to ensure that you've got the best bet and best chance possible to land in your leads inbox and save you a ton of time. Great, so I'm just going to click save over here, and that's that part. But let's just go ahead and look at some very, very important things and how you can dynamically improve your overall growth with our campaign management and settings section. Firstly, you can decide what type of event ensures that a lead receives follow-up emails. Most of the time, it's when they reply. You can also ensure that they don't track anything if you don't want it to. We have some very cool optimization metrics like plain text emails. If you click this, what this means is we remove all HTML, all links or anything formatting that's HTML approach, and send a plain text email. This will best position you to land in your leads inbox. We've seen great results with this, but obviously this does mean your open rate tracking and your link click tracking is completely turned off, so you're only working through replies. So use this if that is something you're comfortable with it. Otherwise, continue using the way you want. But like I said, if you turn this on, it puts you in a really good position to land in your leads inbox. Now, sometimes what you want to do is you might see that your follow-ups are actually getting you better results than the first emails, in which case you can optimize your sending pattern to focus on follow-ups. So when emails are distributed, we will distribute sending emails to a follow-up of vbov@gmail instead of reaching out to a new lead. But you can easily flip that around as well. You can manage it to be 50-50, whatever you like that you can see works best for your campaign. Now, another really cool feature that we recently added is called Enhanced Email Sending and Delivery Management, which is we basically match ESP providers. If you've uploaded this lead list over here, we know what email this is. This is a Gmail account, this is a Zoho account, this is a Gmail account. And we automatically match and mix and match these ESP providers to match your mailboxes. So if you got a Gmail account, we'll optimize it so that your leads are matched to your mailboxes, so Gmail to Gmail, Outlook to Outlook, Zoho to Zoho. And this itself has seen incredible results, especially in 2023, which is when I'm recording this video, where you see a massive boost in your reply rate simply by doing ESP matching completely on the fly, completely dynamically, all with a single click. And that is a power that you get with Smartlead in terms of the optimization and growth you can get with us over here. Just by clicking on this, you get the full option. We will analyze and optimize everything for you and use our artificial intelligence engine to optimally match things to ensure that it works to your best benefit to boost your delivery. I'm just going to do that. You can obviously add your unsubscribe links and all that fun stuff. Click save, and then that's it. You just start your campaign and you're off to the races. Now, when the campaign is kicked off, I just wanted to show you a quick demo campaign over here. You can see the analytics. It shows you how many opened, how many sent, how many replied. Everything is manageable and available straight in our dashboard over here. You can even work through the date range. You've got the inbox that basically shows you all the emails that have been sent out with the reply details that you can also manage as a CSV by filtering through different things such as the first email, second, third email, the status if they replied, unsubscribed, and so on and so forth. In addition to that, you've even got the lead list, which shows you the leads and the variables that are attached to that particular lead. Everything is tracked and managed over here with the optimal filter options that you've got based upon the lead category. Maybe you've marked a lead as interested, not interested. We'll go through that very quickly. Or their status as well. In progress means they're in the sequence. Completed means the full sequence is done, and not contacted yet means the first email's not yet even been sent to them. All of that can be managed and controlled over here. Subsequences are a really cool way for you to go ahead and automate scenarios based on your lead's behavior. Let's say your lead replies with an out of office message, your lead replies with a certain keyword. Based upon that keyword, you can go ahead and put them into a whole new subsequence automatically. So it's a great way for you to automate your overall process even further. An example will be, let's say you create your first message saying, if you're interested, reply with interested. Then you can create a subsequence with the word interested, and let's say it contains the word interested. Then automatically, then you can send them a Calendly link. You can send them a bunch of other messages or follow-up tunes that then get them focused on booking a meeting with you without you having to manually track anything or type anything. Further ways to reduce your overheads of hiring VAs and doing all of it straight within Smartlead itself if you want. Great. Now that we've done this, let's go to the last two bits over here, which is the master inbox, because obviously you're adding tons and tons of email accounts to a platform. It's going to be an absolute headache for you to go ahead and log into each individual account. The goal of the master inbox is to aggregate all your mailboxes that you've connected to our platform to send cold emails, to then aggregate all the replies and then manage those replies and also reply directly from our platform itself. So the really cool part is, let's say I've got a reply over here. I simply just click on reply to Michael saying sounds good. Here's my, let's just say, here's my booking link. Right, and then straight just from the beginning, the lead uploaded to Smartlead, reply comes here, categorization happens, and a reply directly from here. Everything from start to end is managed straight within Smartlead itself, and that is the power you have here. Now the cool part is, once you're going through all the replies that you get, you can go into it and manage your categories. Say there's interested, meeting requested, booked, do not contact, all these interesting categories you can create. And also, by the way, you can create custom categories too, straight from the settings section. I'll show that to you in a quick moment. And then you can allocate those categories to that particular lead. So easy way for you to track that. Now other cool things is, let's say this lead is replied over here, but also maybe on LinkedIn. An easy way is you can go ahead and resubscribe the lead, which means they will receive further the further messages in the rest of the sequence. You can block a lead, you can mark them as unread, you can do a whole bunch of stuff. Powerful things that optimize your overall experience and sending optionality with Smartlead. Now the replies over here are coming aggregated through all your accounts, but sometimes you want to go ahead and get a refresh. Just click on fetch replies. This is obviously part of the pro plan, and you will automatically be put into a priority sequence to fetch new replies that have come through in your campaigns across all your mailboxes. So that is one really cool way to manage everything over here, that you can go through all these accounts, reply to everyone directly over here, and it individually score deals straight from the master inbox itself. It's a lot of people spend a lot of time over here because this is where the money's made. Great. So now that we've gone through this, let's go through one last bit, which is the client access, which is our very, very popular and very powerful feature used by a lot of people for white labeling. There's full videos that I will link to at the description of this video to show you how you can use white labeling to boost your brand consistency, you boost your overall brand value, and also get a lot more money from your customers, because this is a completely new experience that's going to cost you absolutely nothing as a pro plan or above user. So you can come to the client access and basically give them permissions to go ahead and get full access to the application if you want to give them full access, or just read only access, in which case you manage everything, but they can reply to your leads, the leads that you've generated for them directly. So then another headache removed for you. They just manage the replies and you've generated hot, fresh content for them. One important thing, remember how I showed you that there's the option for you to mark leads as interested? You can actually remove all the other leads. Maybe there's some people who are not interested. You obviously you might get some people who are not keen, don't want to be in contact. You can decide what categories you want to hide from your client, so your client is there just seeing bang after bang after bang, interested leads, and they're just loving what you're doing for them. You can add the company name, which is your company name, specific to what you want to showcase them, and also you can go into the settings section over here and go to the white label environment and actually put in your own logo and change your brand color to match your exact brand color, whatever that might be. Again, boosting that consistency of people getting into their head that you are building a business and you're adding value to them. You've built really give them a completely custom solution that lets them log in, view their growth, view their success in cold emails straight from one account. All those things can be done directly from here. Now, some cool things to look at in the settings section is you can go ahead and create webhooks. You can manage a global block list directly over here. You can add as many team members as you'd want. You can manage your subscription and also change your profile. So the team members part is really cool because you can add as many of your SDRs, virtual assistants, and give them permission layers as well, instead of sharing one individual account across everyone else. So these are some very, very tip of the iceberg features that I've explained to you with what Smartlead can do. There's so much more coming up. Based on when you watch this video, we probably have omni-channel live coming as well, which includes LinkedIn, Twitter, WhatsApp, and a bunch of other avenues to do your overall ad ban. So welcome on board. Welcome to completely changing your business. And I'm excited to have you here. And I'm looking forward to having you share your success with us and see how you completely change the growth of your business to whole new levels in 2023 and above.